I never heard so much deception and deceiving in all my life. Number one, he talks about jobs and businesses. You know, he never mentioned the $7 billion in taxes he raised. Never have. Now, during the debate before he got elected last time, okay, they asked him, the last debate between him and Vitter, there were only two left, they asked him straight out a question that he didn't mention in the ad. And so I got it. Here's the debate. Here's the question. They're going to ask Edwards first. Listen to this.
So this is a yes or no question for you first, Mr. Edwards. Will you raise taxes on individuals or businesses?
No.
He said he cut $600 million last year. You know what he's saying? They went from a penny sales tax to 0.45. So he's trying to say he cut a bit. We cut $600 million. Folks, if the money each year goes up, there is no cuts. He said he balanced the budget by priorities and cuts. There were no cuts. Okay, you don't believe me? Out of their mouths. Aaron and Robert did a great job of Keel. Listen to this exchange, whether they're going to come in, they're going to be interviewing the Edwards, then it's going to go to Representative Lance Harris, talking to Jay Darden, how there weren't no cuts, there were transfers. Listen to this again.
Been confused by this, Governor. Jay Darden in August said we haven't made cuts. We've made fund shifts or whatever he wanted to call it. You say we've made $600 million in cuts. Some say they're deferred payments. Can you explain that to us simply so we understand what you're referring to when you keep saying $600 million in cuts have been made?
Yeah, well, first of all, Jay has never said we haven't made cuts. He said that there's been a combination of cuts and that there were means of finance swaps and other things that we've had to do over the years. He's never said we haven't made cuts.
Here's the governor's quote. Jay, meaning Darden.
Listen to this, folks.
Jay never said we haven't made cuts.
Jay never, remember this, Jay never said we haven't made cuts.
So here's the Jay Darden being the first voice you hear, a senator at the Joint Budget Committee hearings in, I think it's August of last year, and he asks him specifically about what they call finance swaps and whether or not those are cuts.
So I guess my question is, when we're addressing the public and we say that we reduced or we cut the budget by $600 million is probably not accurate when the majority of that means a finance swap. Would you agree with that?
I would not have. I don't think I've used the phrase.
I'm not saying you have, but I've heard some other people use it.
The governor.
What was the Jay Darden quote there?
I don't think I've used the phrase cut the budget.
So the governor says Jay never said we never made budget cuts.
Jay said, I don't think I used the phrase cut the budget.
Folks, the governor's rolling out a campaign. I guess the honor code is back. There was no $2 billion deficit. He voted for 6 of the 8 budgets. There was no $600 million cut. That's an outright lie. I mean, just one lie after another. Jobs and businesses. You notice he said we were one of the highest unemployment. We still are. We're like 3rd or 4th. And the number of jobs we got, they don't pay near what everybody else pays. You can have the most jobs in the country if they're all minimum wage jobs. What good is that? This guy, right? And then he's bragging about Medicaid, which is costing us, not saving us money. And it was never going to be a hospital or university ever close. But boy, you can say whatever. And then you're accusing people coming after you of lying? That the whole start of his campaign is a lie.